Like lists, dictionaries can hold multiple values. Depending on the language, those values might have an order to them. They might be sortable, or they might always arrive in random order when you actually try to access them in order. Either way though, both lists and dictionaries store multiple values. The key distinguishing factor of a list, though, was that the values of a list had to be accessed via numeric identifiers called indices or indexes. A list would have a first value, a seventh value, and a 12th value. The only way to access the seventh value was to ask the list, hey, give me the seventh value. Imagine, though, each item in the list was a student with their name and their current average. Maybe this was stored as a tuple, a list, an array, or even a custom object like the ones that we'll discuss in our next unit. Now imagine that you knew you wanted to access David's grades. How would you do that with a list? Well, you would have to go through each item on the list, iterate over each item on the list, looking for David. Dictionaries use keys instead of numeric indices. What that means is that you access the values of the dictionary by putting in the key, not by putting in a numeric index. So if you want to see David's grades, you use David as the key, and the grades just pop right out. Keys are kind of like non-numeric indices, but because they're not numeric, they can take on a more intuitive context. So imagine, for example, you're storing calendar items. The key for each list of calendar items would be the date itself. So if we wanted the calendar items for September 12th, we could use September 12th as the key, instead of trying to calculate what numeric index corresponds to September 12th.